y'all. If anybody's watching, I am. Hey, somebody's got to join. Because if nobody joins, I'm not going to do this very long. Because I don't want to be in here talking to myself. Well, I'm talking to you guys, but so somebody has to join. I will put the link in the chat right here. Let's see, paste. So if you want to come in the chat and just I think that's it. Yep, that's it. Just hit that link right there and come on in. Um, if nobody joins within the next few minutes, I'll go ahead and turn it off because what's going on, man?
What's up?
Wow, I'm glad somebody joined in.
Wait for years to find a like that good.
Ah,
Look at TJ's in here.
we got more people. I'm actually on the live HVAC live hangout right now.
Yeah. Hey, man. TJ, how'd your compressor go?
Pretty good.
Good deal. Did
Pretty
you put
good.
Did you put magic frost in it like I did?
No, I didn't. I didn't. It wasn't a burnout. That one wasn't. It didn't.
Mine wasn't a burnout either. I checked it with their little acid kit that they sent it because I bought that OEM pack from United.
Yeah.
And so it worked out pretty well. But no acid in it. It was just a mechanical failure.
Well, what is the stuff you use?
What's that?
You said
The
you
stuff
did
that I put in it?
Yeah.
It was that AC leak freeze with the Rector Seal leak freeze with the magic frost. I just put it in it just to do it, just to try it.
Okay. So
It
it's
was,
one. It's one. It's just
yeah.
one product, though. Okay.
Yeah, it's one product. It's two different products. It's leak seal and um, magic frost, like AC Renew.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, first time here. Forrest Gump said first time here. Yeah, I'm glad you joined in, TJ, because it sucks when you're here talking to yourself. You know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to.
I've been wanting to do a hangout because I haven't been on one in probably a month or so.
Yeah, well, usually I try to do them on Friday. Um, Look, and Justin is still a moderator. That's cool. Yep, he's still a moderator. That's good. I had to make moderators because I didn't want the chat to get out of hand.
Right. Oh Lord.
So yeah, mine went pretty good, except that both the condenser coils were just dirty as all get out. So I had to wash both of them. Um,
Was
and
it the old style ring?
yeah, thank God. Thank God it was. So, but they were, I mean, horrible. The filters hadn't been changed in over 3 years. The woman that lived there, she didn't know how to change the filter. I had to do a video of how to change the filter and send it to her on her phone.
Really?
Yep. Yep. So you know, because I asked her, I said, "You know how to change a filter?" No. I said, "Well, I'll take you up there and show you." I said, "You know what? I'll just send you a video. That way the filter size will be on it and everything. So there's no excuse.
Right.
Can't say I forgot how to do it."
Right. Yeah, she's always got the video now, so.
Yep. And she
Got
said,
the times and everything.
"Well, does Home Depot have the filters?" I said, "Yeah, just go by there." Well, I know what I'm looking for. I said, if you don't, then just show the guys the video. Oh yeah. What the world? Well, see, Zach, I thought you were going to go watch TV. You stopped the stream and the guys were still over there chatting. So I was like, well, okay, I'll just do a hangout. So, you know.
Is
There you
Zach
go.
in here?
Yeah, he's in there.
I see T&N Services and somebody else.
No, he's not in here. He's just
Oh, okay.
he's in the chat. So I'm you know, I'm reading the chat too. So
I got you.
well, you know, the guys they didn't want to just go home or whatever. They didn't want to take their ball and go home. They were still ready to keep playing along. So you shut it down. But we need some more guys to come in here. So you guys that's never been in and want to come in, here's the link. Click it, and there you go. Yeah, Zach, go watch your TV show. Hernandez, you need to come in here, Justin. Yep, good old Justin Hernandez. He's been around for a long time. How long have you been watching, TJ?
YouTube?
Yeah.
I've been watching y'all probably about 4 years, maybe 5.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, since probably about 20. Yeah, I mean, yeah, probably at least 4 years.
Cool. Let's see who. Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Forrest Gump said this is his first time in here, right?
Yes, sir.
Cool. Glad to have you.
I watched a lot of your videos.
Well, I appreciate it. And if you commented, I'm sorry I didn't comment back. It takes a bunch out of me. And that's a good way to ignore all the bad comments. Pooping live streams in customers' houses coming soon. Justin Hernandez, he's a trip.
Hey guys, sorry, customer's talking to me.
That's all right. What in the world are you doing?
Me?
TJ.
Is it me?
Yeah. Oh, he's getting up and walking around. First time, how do I join? Let's see. All you got to do is click that link right there and click it and you can come in.
What a day.
Did any of you guys see those pictures I posted in Working Joe's with that install? Are y'all on Working Joe's Facebook page?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, on Facebook, Working Joe's HVAC/R, keeping it simple. I posted a ton of pictures of this install that this YouTube viewer sent me. A homeowner sent me. I need to text him back and find out what happened today. That install was horrible. Horrible.
Zucchini bread. Let's try this.
John, are you out working?
Just got done.
Just got done, huh?
I hope.
You hope.
Yeah. I got a tip for zucchini bread. I'm about to try it out.
Cool. Makes me hungry.
Hey, I haven't had lunch yet today. I don't want to hear it.
Is it your name link? Sorry for the question. No, in the chat, what you're chatting on, yeah, that link that's next to my name there. Click on that link. Yeah, where you see my name there in the chat, the link that's right there next to it, click on that and it'll bring you right in. So is that zucchini bread any good?
Yeah, it's pretty doggone good.
What the hell are you doing working so late?
People have no AC for some reason.
Mm. What was it you was working on?
The York system.
Good old York.
One of those
New one or
good old, newer one.
Microchannel?
No, XR13 blower motor.
Oh, wow. I agree
Went out.
with
I hate those things.
you. Yeah. Well, you might as well get used to them
Yeah, I know.
because they're not going nowhere.
It's becoming a mandatory motor now.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's all right, Justin. You can. You need to get you another headset.
Sure, sure.
Chaz in here. And
What's up?
what are you doing, man?
Oh, I've been working my butt off. How you been?
Oh yeah, I've been good. See, Chad was on with me at the ICP tour, and you remember when they were brazing the compressors?
Yep.
They didn't braze with nitrogen, did they?
They did not.
I was like, what's up with that, guys?
Do you guys use nitrogen all the time?
Do what?
Do you guys use nitrogen all the time?
Not all the time. Now, if something's really old, you know, sometimes you just have, if it's just a little thing. But if I'm doing a mini split, if I'm doing a brand new install, yeah, I will braze with nitrogen. I definitely will.
My problem has been those outfits I work for, they don't give you the time to do anything.
Yeah, you know, unfortunately, is that the dispatcher or is that the owner?
That's the owner. You
Really?
quote it like you quoted out at like say 4-hour job, man. You're changing out a coil. And they're already on the phone and you're only 2 hours into the job. And
Want to know
then
where you're at?
they're telling you, you know, hey, you know, what's the ETA? Because we got like calls stacking up. Now I'm out of Florida, so I'm quite used to that. But still, it's like, hey man, you quoted it out for like 4 hours. They're paying by the hour, so it's like, leave me alone for 4 hours. Let me do it right.
Right. Oh, I agree. That's why I'm glad I work for myself. Because if I want to take 6 hours, I'm gonna take 6 hours.
That's the way. I mean, I look at it like I try to make it as long as possible before anyone ever has to come back.
Right, right.
Plain and simple.
Or make it look good, or not make it look good, but make it to where somebody doesn't really have to come back. Or if they do, it's easy to work on.
Yeah, they can at least figure out what you done did. Like, you know, maybe you jumped out some defrost board or whatever. At
Right.
least they'll have half a clue.
Right.
But
right.
yeah, that's Florida, man. I've watched a lot of your videos online. A lot of that guy Steven Rardin.
Yeah.
That guy Mikey from back in the day. I used to watch his.
Yeah, that's a yeah, he's been out. It's been a while since he's been on. Quan's with us too. What's up, buddy? Man, I'm glad you're here. Quan's been around a long time too.
Yeah, a little bit.
Who's that?
Quan Rollins, Eagle Tech.
What's up, bro?
You know what?
Yep, Eagle Tech.
Eagle Tech.
Yeah. Let's see, Andy, something's going on with you. You got some backfeeding. You have like an earphone or something like that? Oh, you know what? If you still have your YouTube video up,
Probably.
mute it. Mute your YouTube video.
How about now?
Nah, it's still going on. Uh, still going on a little bit. Yeah. What's up? Hell, it's still early for Dave. It's still 7 o'clock, 7:30.
Excuse me.
So what's everybody been up to?
Working.
It's working. Yeah.
July.
Well, that's true. I'm trying to.
Well, I got back from vacation.
What do you mean? How are you on vacation?
How do you get vacation this time of the year?
Being a boss, it kind of helps out.
Well, that is true.
Oh,
But I was down in Orange Beach, Alabama, and I watched 5 guys do a mini split change out.
5?
5.
Holy hell.
Hey,
Hey, that ain't the way it is in Alabama all the time.
I thought about taking a picture of it.
there wasn't much meat left on the bone.
5 guys. Imagine how much.
that sounds like a city job.
Yeah.
They probably sent the trade school out there to do the job.
Well, yeah. Hey, Andy, I'm gonna have to mute you because there's a lot of dang. Let's see, is that where? Oh yeah, the echo and
That's way better.
yeah, the back feeding's gone. Sorry about that, Andy.
5 guys doing a mini split. What was the layout?
1 condenser and 1 head.
1 condenser and 1 head, 5 guys.
Yeah.
How'd
Yeah.
they keep from tripping over each other?
I don't know. About 3 of them were sitting there scratching their head looking at it.
Holy hell.
Somebody got to go get the water.
How much did that job cost?
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Like, seriously. Legit. That's a good question.
5 guys, that's insane.
In the middle of July.
Each one of those guys cost about anywhere from, depending on who they are, anywhere from $25 to $40 an hour
Yeah.
by the time you pay all their stuff.
And then the cost of the equipment, and then the cost of materials, and then one day with 5 guys' labor, how much do they charge for that job?
No kidding.
That's the kind of job.
Sounds like city workers.
It was a new construction, too. It was at a RV park.
Wow, that's crazy.
Was it just a through the wall, like a bang bang, or was it like on an interior wall, or what's the deal?
It was new construction. It was kind of like a retrofit. They just ripped it along the line, set through the wall, and it was simple.
Like a mechanical room or something like that, or just
no,
like,
I mean, the line set wasn't even 20 feet long, maybe 10.
probably, yeah, factory copper from Amazon. So there you go.
Wow. So one guy flared the line set. One guy put the anchors in the wall. One guy put the bracket on the wall. One guy hung it. Wow.
The big money dude is the one he's the one that opened up the valves and charged it. That's a big money guy right there on that job.
I can understand if it's during the winter time, but not during the busy season.
No kidding.
Dude, and you like, yeah, they must have guys.
Wow. Who was holding the ladder?
There wasn't even a ladder. The wall's not even, barely even 8 feet.
Wow.
I can't get another guy to save my life, man. I tell him, hey, man, I need 2 guys on this job. And
One guy was on the phone the whole time.
talking to the boss, tell him how good it's going.
Wow. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a question for everybody. Has anybody ever put in one of the new Bosch split heat pumps?
The Bosch,
Yes.
Chris Greathouse has. I think he's got some videos on it.
Yeah, I put in a few of those, and they're working great.
Yeah,
they're non-communicating.
see, I don't understand it, and maybe you can explain it. So it's non-communicating, and it's a fully variable speed. How is it getting rid of the total latent load like
So what?
Wi-Fi speed?
So what happens if you get the outdoor and the indoor unit, and
Right.
so how they talk to each other is measured by the thermistor on the inside. It's just like a mini split. It works
Right.
very similar to a mini split, but you wire in heat strips, and it's got you wire in the thermostat the same way, the traditional way. You can use any thermostat you want.
Right.
So I've actually took the outdoor condenser, put it on because I had somebody wanted a dual fuel, and I put a ICP coil on it, and I put a ICP furnace to it, and wired it in that way, and they loved it. But it's go ahead.
But how is the fan slowing down though? I mean, what's
Well,
telling it?
it measures the temperature on the coil.
Oh, so you had to put a on the outdoor coil.
Well, both. It measures temperature on the outdoor coil and the indoor coil.
So you had to actually
And
put
then-
a thermistor on the indoor coil.
You don't have to do nothing. There's 4 wires from the outdoor, goes to the indoor, and that's it.
Yeah, but how does it talk to it? Because it's different languages. You know what I mean? I just don't. I'm not understanding how the outdoor is actually talking to the fan. Is what I'm.
Yeah. Well, what I've seen is when you put the outdoor unit, there's 4 wires on it. There's L1, L2, and there's the communication wire like a mini split, and then there's the ground.
Right.
And then you run those inside, and you run it with a thermostat wire, just like you would any thermostat.
Right.
And it runs to the indoor unit, and then you've got the indoor unit has the 4 wires, plus it has a wire, and it connects the thermostat. It has the wire for the heat strips to kick on in case. And what we did was we put a Lyric thermostat in on that what we set up as a dual fuel. So the Lyric thermostat is a Wi-Fi, and it gets its temperature from the local weather service or whatever. And so it shuts off at 40 degrees. We called the tech guy over at Bosch. He said, shut that thing off at 40 degrees so that it won't actually, the heat pump won't kick on and won't go in defrost mode. Because you don't want to go in defrost and you got the furnace heating up that coil at the same time.
Right.
So that's what we did. And, we put it in back in probably March.
Right.
Of course, it hadn't went through the winter cycle yet, so time will tell. But the owner. He's an electrical engineer. A lot of engineers up this way in Huntsville.
Right.
And he's put it through the ringer already, so he understands it. He's the one who he says, "Let me just have this book to this remote. I'm going to program it the way I want to program it."
Right.
So he did all his own. So, but I told him just to go with a straight heat pump. He had to have the gas. It's his house, so I let him do what he wanted to do it.
Well, I have mine shutting off at 40 degrees.
Yeah. I guess that's normal in this climate, I guess.
Well, I have it. I could go down lower, but I just don't like the cold air blowing them because my vent's right over here. I have a low sidewall, and I just don't like the cooler air blowing on me. So,
but the whole heat pump thing, man, it's worked out pretty well. And at first, in my area, there's only one distributor carrying it. Now we're hopefully getting 2 distributors. So they got to compete with each other a little bit. So
right.
Maybe get better pricing on it. And
actually, Chris gave me the number to the Bosch guy and asked me if to get him on the podcast.
Which one? What's his name?
I'm not for sure.
I know a couple of guys over there. So I know Dustin, Gregory, and there's a Fred. I think his name is Fred. I forget his last name.
Well,
Fred's
I had to get with Chris because he was like, I'll give you the guy's number and he'll come on the podcast.
Yeah, Dustin probably will. Fred stays busy most of the time.
Now, have you listened to the podcast?
Your podcast?
Yeah, me and Zach's.
I've listened to some of them.
So yeah, we're trying to get those guys on there.
I'm throwing you guys out there to a bunch of guys I know. I just tried to get another guy on earlier, Ralph, with Cowboys, but he was on call, so I'm spreading it out there because I want everybody.
Oh yeah, I mean it's great
I
stuff.
want everybody online because it's ridiculous what's going on, and you guys are a wealth of knowledge, man.
Yeah, I mean it really is.
You're a straight shooter instead of talking to some dude from Trane. I deal with this guy down here. Randy Reno. I throwed his name out there in the other podcast, which I don't know if that's like kosher or not, but whatever. And this dude's all telling me, yeah, if you want to force those valves open, and you just need to put you a bunch of AA batteries together and get you out to about 8 feet and all this stuff. I'm like, man, I ain't got time to do all that. I'm up in some attic, dude.
Hey, Ford. Hey, do you have like an earbud or something?
AA batteries together. And,
Ford.
All this stuff. I'm like, man, I ain't got time to do all that. I'm up in some attic.
All right. Hey, Chris, you're back feeding.
I think I'm back feeding.
Let's see. Yeah, Chris was back feeding there.
Hey, I got another question for you guys. Anybody that's done this before? I've got a 3-ton Trane unit, and I'm just going to put a new air handler on it because stinking air handler costs half as much as a coil, indoor coil for this stupid thing.
Yep.
That's Trane for you.
It's a straight heat pump, and I was thinking about going with that Goodman that does R22 because it's an old R22 system that we put a new compressor in last year, and it's a low budget job because the customer can only afford so much. You know how those go.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about putting that Goodman air handler in and letting it roll. So
Well, you can.
you guys had
Nothing wrong with that.
yeah. So I just getting them to buy it on it, and then I can convert it to 410A later on down the road if the compressor ever craps out again.
Just upsize it to the next size.
Yeah.
And that way, if you do have to put in a 410 unit, it'll be it'll work.
Okay.
And then put your TXV on it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what that's what I got recommended at the supply house.
Yeah, that's what I'd do that. I'll do that.
All right, y'all have fun. I'm gonna go get me some supper.
The zucchini bread wasn't good enough, huh?
No, I gotta have some meat.
Yeah.
All right. See y'all.
All right.
So, Ralph, you running anything besides R22? I know you're pretty stickler on that. You running that 44B or anything like that?
No, I actually like the RS44B.
That's what I'm thinking about using.
Yeah, I like it, but I changed the compressor today and used 407C. So yeah, I changed my mind on the replacement refrigerants. But yeah, do a Goodman. Yeah, I gave up my principles, Zach said. Well, you got to do what you have to do.
Yeah.
But I do like the RS44B if you can get it.
Yeah, I can get it all day, every day. I've got a real good supplier here in town. And
I wish ours that were close to me stocked it.
Yeah.
The United guy was like, "Yeah, you need to use 421."
or 423, I think, or 422. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
422.
Yeah.
I used to work for a place where we built equipment for overseas, and everybody was running 407, Australia and like Middle Europe. And from what I was told was you can switch out 22 equipment as long as you've got at least 15 to 20% POE oil in the system.
Yeah.
Dump the charge, add at least 10, 15% POE oil, and then completely recharge it with 407. And off my TP charts, man, that really gives like a decently low head pressure.
Yeah.
Almost, comparable, very comparable to R22.
It is.
So I always had good luck with that, but I don't work for myself. I work for other companies, and I have to go by what they say.
Right. Well, they're sitting in the office too.
Yeah, I think that 44 RS44B. I think that stuff it don't matter which oil you use with that. It don't care.
No.
Well, even if you buy a new compressor, like you change out a compressor, it's under warranty or whatever, even if it's R22 or whatever, then the new compressor is going to come with POE in it most of the times anyway, from what I've seen. So
yeah, the new compressors are all POE.
Yeah, so I mean, you might still be charging it with R22 or whatever, or changing a coil and pumping it down or whatnot, but it's mixed oil. So I started looking into all of that kind of stuff, and it's like, well, to hell with it.
Yeah, no, Jeff asked if there was a drop in for 22. Not that you can really drop on top of it. Not that you're supposed to be dropping on top of it. But
I don't think there's any,
There's nothing on top of to my knowledge, there's nothing on top of anything. It's all one or the other.
The NU22 or the MO99 and none of that stuff. You can't just if you're low on 22 and then they don't want to pay for it for whatever to fix a leak or whatever, and they just need topped off, man, you just got to slap it in there with some 22, and they're going to have to bite the bullet and pay for it.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like it's 700 and change now down here for a tank.
Yep.
And that's almost like a deal breaker. When you go to one that's like rotted out with a coil or whatnot, and then especially with like the prices, especially with Trane, big time Trane, I've been dealing with them for a long time. And then all of a sudden they want to charge like, $1,500 for a coil, and then you got to turn around and charge X amount of dollars for 22. It's like, hey man, time for a new unit. And then they get guys that come in there and they just dump 407 on top, and they call it a day, and then I'm back out there 6 months later.
Yep.
And I'm the bad guy.
Yeah, man, don't get me started on Trane. I lost a sale to a Trane the other day. Some idiot. I wouldn't say that, but he was really stuck on. I want a Trane. I said, let me tell you something. Trane's not the end all be all, And then I drive by his house a few days later. He's got a new Trane on the side of his house. I tried to sell him a Bosch. I tried to sell him an 18-seer Bosch, and I think he probably put a 14-seer Trane on, which doesn't make any sense. Or probably double the cost.
To a 14-seer Trane? Damn.
Yeah. Doesn't make any sense. And he had an American Standard on there.
I don't know.
He had an American Standard on there.
I don't know too much about the Bosch, like the Air DX systems and all that, but I have worked a lot on Bosch water source equipment and Bosch water source heat pumps. And in my opinion, compared to the Trane / First Co, the First Co where they slap the Trane label on it.
Well, that's water furnace.
Yeah, the water source heat pumps, dude, from Bosch. Man, as far as I'm concerned, that's the way to go. If you're like on a high rise and all that kind of stuff, and they're running like that, that's the way to go. Like the Trane First Co, the Carrier can't even touch it. Keep it simple, man. Let's forget the EVs and the EVC boards and these stupid sensors and all that crap.
Yeah.
speeds have been out for decades. So let's just, keep it like that. I don't need a fault code to tell me that there's a problem.
Well,
We're
getting ready.
cause a problem.
Getting ready to. You might as well get used to it.
Oh yeah, everybody's mimicking the mini split, and then what they're doing now with especially like the newer trains, where they're doing like pulse. You ask Trane what the BK jumper is. You ask them what the BK jumper is in their air handler, and everybody you ask from Trane is going to tell you something different.
Is that the float switch jumper?
No, that's just your slow your fan down for dehumidification purposes. But you ask any one of them guys, and they don't even know down here. But we went through 3. I'm on my 3rd Trane tech support guy in my jurisdiction in the last 6 years. So them guys, they're in and out.
Well, I don't deal with Trane much.
Good for you.
I like Goodman. I've worked on a lot of Goodmans, and my thing with Goodman is if they stop selling them online, they'd probably have a much better record because they sell them online and then any idiot can install it and then they complain about it. But when they're professionally installed, that equipment lasts just as long as Trane and just as long as a Carrier. And don't get me started on the green speeds from Carrier. It has the recall on all their boards from 1 to 5 tons.
My buddy Ted Cook's in the house. I like Ted Cook. I know some people. He's my Trane buddy. He wants me to start selling Trane. I'm not gonna do it, Ted. Just can't do it.
If you sell Trane,
no.
Stay away from the GAM 5s are great because they're still TXVs. But once you get to the TAM 7, they still haven't figured that out. And the TAM 8 and the TAM 9 are even more. The TAM 9 is just straight ridiculous. But everybody wants to control their stuff from their phone, but they don't realize that you can get an 8000, like a TH8321 Wi-Fi, and then you can have it from your phone.
Hey, I like my 5-speed though. I mean, I can't lie.
What are you running? What 5-speed is it?
ICP. Yeah, I love it.
I don't mind an inverter drive, especially on a 5-speed type of layout. Is that kind of mimicking? I don't think I've worked on one that's an ICP. I've worked on a lot of Carriers that were the 5 speeds.
Right.
It goes 5 and then goes variable. But I don't think I can't really remember ever having too many problems on any of the 5 speeds because I could set the controller inside.
Right.
To I wanted it to latch. I love that about the Carrier.
Yeah.
They do that on the ICP.
Yeah, the ICP. I actually have my 5th stage locked out. So I never use my 5th stage.
Perfect. Because that's what I was doing because we were having a lot of sweating duct, a lot of issues, and I was using the latching on the Carrier controllers in order to, once it ramps up, I want to finish the call at that speed. I don't want it to ramp back down because undersized ductwork, a lot of ridiculous like that. But yeah, the 5-speed, man, I think that's the way to go. Yeah. I think the variable speed is not there yet.
Oh yeah, Ted Cook, would you come on our podcast? There you go. I know he said, yeah, he'll say yeah. But now the 5 speeds, I love my 5-speed. Love it.
Now, how often though? Now, whatever, I don't know what type of controller because it's ICP.
It's well, Carrier Carrier has a more robust controller. The ICP doesn't have as many features as what the Carriers does, but it's got all the features I need on it.
But can you see, like, are you able to go like into the runtime history and see, and you're able to see it like at what stage that it's actually running in?
Yeah, I can see what stage it's running in.
And will it give you like a breakdown on like?
It won't tell me how many like kilowatt hours I've used or anything like that. It'll tell me how many hours it's ran.
At this. Well, see, most of the time though, I mean, I don't know if you're in like a humid environment or not, but most of the time, dude, that thing's probably what, second, third stage?
Yeah.
I mean, if that.
Well, like right now, let's see. I'll tell you what I'm at. I'm on my phone.
Yeah, exactly. You can pull it up on your phone. Yeah.
I'm setting it. I got it set for 76. I'm at 50% humidity. It's 75 in the house. So, I mean,
barely bump over in order to make that. That's awesome.
I'll drink the Kool-Aid. No, you're never going to get me Trane washed. So here's the deal with the podcast, Ted. Me and Zach do a podcast on Working Joe's podcast, and we put it out Tuesdays and Fridays, and it's always with like a manufacturer or somebody like that. You know, we have different guests we interview. So that's what it is. So, but yeah, no, I like my 5-speed. I mean, everybody's got their own choice. Like Ted Cook there, he's a Trane guy. I mean, can't get him off a Trane.
Is it
Do what, Quan?
is it Trane crack? I mean, is it like a drug?
It must be. I don't know. Because he wants me to come up there and spend a week with him.
They make fancy commercials. I'll give them that.
No.
Oh yeah, they spend that money on the commercials.
Yeah.
They got a billboard. They got a billboard next to my mom's house. I'm like, damn, dude, that's like right on Interstate 65. It's like, how much does that cost?
I got a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you install a Trane outdoor unit, how long a startup warranty you give the customer?
On a Trane what?
On a Trane outdoor unit and an indoor coil.
A year.
Okay, you gave them a year startup warranty.
Yep.
I put one in last July. The compressor's bad, the screw compression, and I got to change it out tomorrow.
Would dude, if I say a year, but if they called me 14 months later, I would still do the warranty.
Yeah, I'm gonna change it out, but it ain't out of July yet. I mean, from last July to now.
What brand? The Trane?
Yeah, Trane. I give them all number.
It depends on how tight you are with Trane, and their warranty division is where they're going to pay you back on your labor. Because you're going to get the compressor.
Yeah, I need to find that out tomorrow.
You're going to get the compressor for free, but
yeah,
you're going to have to probably push them.
Yeah. It's a 4TTR 424L 1000 AA Trane XR. Manufacture date 6/2016.
It's a 4TT, man. If it was a gonna have to.
So they gonna get me I got the compressor in, but I got to pick it up tomorrow. I'll check that out. That's a good idea if I can call them and talk to them about that.
Why do you think the compressor failed? How did it fail? Did it fail?
Well, when I got there, making like a high pitch buzzing noise. It was running, but it was just a louder noise than you normally hear a scroll make. And I went in the house and checked some other things. I come back out and I heard this sound. The sound got louder. And I walked up to the unit with my gauges already on it, and my low side and my head pressure was the same pressure.
Oh,
Scroll
You turn
separated.
it, huh?
The scroll it's separated.
Yeah. You turn it off, restart it, it'll go back to compression. So that's what's been going on with the customer. You know, she run it, she come home, the house is 83 or whatever, and you know, but subcooling everything was fine until it just quit and then turn it off and restart. So that's what's wrong with it. I don't know what's in it, whether it's a day false or what. I'll find out tomorrow.
Trane don't play, dude, when it comes to the warranty, man. I do know that.
Yeah. It might be one of those Chinese compressors. You ever heard about it's called a whatchamacallit?
Is it an Alliance? What hey, it's a 4TT. What is that? That's an Alliance compressor, ain't it?
probably.
It probably is Alliance.
Dude. Too bad it got a fucking Copeland in it.
You ain't lying. But that's my experience. I mean, that's my first experience dealing with something like this, and
Now, do you
man, that
sell,
look good.
do you sell Trane all the time, Quan?
No. United Refrigeration wants me to sell their ICP stuff.
Right.
They
Arco air.
roll out the red carpet, but most people think if they get the Trane, the value of the house goes up or something. That's what they think.
You know what? Nobody cares what kind of air conditioner is in the house
But
buying it.
Yeah, that's.
I was talking to a guy tonight. Yeah, I want to put a Trane in. I'm like, well, that don't really matter. Well, I'm gonna get a Trane.
Hey, look, you should ask him.
He's already.
You should ask him, why do you want to train? And when he says, because when I go sell the house, ask him, well, what difference? Well, the new owner's going to look at that unit. Ask him if he looked at the unit when he bought the house.
No,
Exactly.
He didn't have a Trane in the house when he bought it.
No. But some people often to think that it's the name brand that makes the value. And some people buy Mercedes and some people buy Chevrolets.
Yeah.
That's just like people buy refrigerators and they want that fancy Samsung that takes pictures and stuff. Well, Samsung needs to stick to TVs and phones because they suck, dude, at refrigeration.
Yeah, don't start me on that one either. But that was it. I thought I asked that, and I got to deal with that tomorrow.
Yeah. Hey, Ted Cook, all of the Arco Air, the Day and Night, the Tim Star, the Comfort Maker, they all have a main line. And the nice part about the main line on ICP is if the compressor dies in 10 years, you get a brand new outdoor unit. If the outdoor coil leaks in 10 years, you get a brand new outdoor unit.
Wow.
On the mainline stuff.
That's only one time. Is
Yeah,
that?
it's one time. It's just one time. But,
Yeah, how many times is it going to happen?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that no hassle from Powell.
Yeah.
Well, I like the Goodmans. I like the Goodmans. I don't know what they're using now, but the ones that the way I always work on, they're running Copeland compressors, which are my favorite, and they're always running Parker or Sporlan expansion valves, and except for the new ones with that adjustable crap, but I'm down for using, good components.
Yeah.
But like Trane, like with the Dan Faust, and Trane goes to the Dan Faust crap, that's what you got to tell your Trane dealer. Why are you guys using Dan Faust? But and then your Alliance, your Chinese knockoff of a Copeland.
Well, you think being that product possibly is so international that some of these parts are international parts? You think that got anything to do with it?
You can bet on that. All fan motors, for instance, condenser fans and blower motors. Well, I don't know too much about ECM motors, but everything, Magnatech, Emerson, all them guys, man, they come from Mexico.
Yeah, but Ted Cook, he brings up a great point. Copeland manufacturer, Copeland makes compressors for everybody, but their compressors aren't, the Trane compressor. It's a different spec than the Goodman compressor. The Goodman's a different spec than the Linux compressor. It's a basic compressor, just like a car is a car, a compressor, but they all have different, specs.
What's the difference in the spec though? Why couldn't I take a
Well,
2.5
could.
ton? I mean, like, what's the difference? I can cut them rotolocks out of that recip Trane, and I can drop a Copeland scroll in there.
No, you could. You could.
I've done that.
I've done it too. And I saw my amp draw go down, but still, I mean, they're killing you, man, on warranty parts. Everything's made to fail. And that's why they know.
Yeah.
They know after 10 years, when they give you that 10 years on that coil and that compressor, they hope, because they're giving away too much stuff for free. So the ones that's out of warranty, they're going to charge you out the bung for.
Well, they do their lab tests. I mean, they do their lab, what parts may fail, and they take that risk. Hey, this is my wife. Say hello.
Hey.
Say hello.
Hey.
This is my boss. What are you doing there? Oh, okay. That's my boss. So
we all got one. We all got a boss.
Not me.
Oh,
Not me.
What?
Y'all can keep those bosses.
They're pricey. But
Yeah, I get my benefits.
there you go. Yeah, that's it. Dude, see, that's what it is. It's not all about
Benefits.
how much
You
you
get
get paid
benefits.
an hour. It's about the benefits.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's the benefit.
I can get those benefits too for a lot cheaper.
Well, I know you got to pay for it. Either way, you're gonna pay for the benefits. But I get benefits.
Yeah.
I call it wife support.
Wife support.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Wife
That's
support.
a good one. I'm going to use that first thing in the morning.
See that? There's child support. Then there's wife support.
Mimicking life support. That's what I'm saying.
NorCal, I got hookup. I definitely have hookups.
Well, yeah. I don't know how you can tell the customer. Well, the unit's new, but the compressor failed with not even a year.
It just happens.
Box. So
It just happens.
It's a tough call, man. It's a tough call. It's just how you word it and stuff. I had some dude that he had another outfit. They dropped in the unit. They come out there like 3-4 times. He's talking about it's loud, it's loud, it's loud. And kind of find out he only had like 6 feet from his wall to his neighbor's wall. And then his condenser's sitting there. Well, they hang out in the back. Well, when that thing fires up, it reverberated through that back like a channel. And they're out there hanging out, pool, grilling and stuff, and they're hearing this unit run. And I told the guy, I was like, hey, man, dude, there ain't nothing wrong with this compressor, but we can change it, and it's not going to be under warranty. This dude paid me $750 for this new compressor, and it had rotolocks. And I pulled it out, changed the compressor, slapped the new one in. He's standing there, and I'm like 2 hours down the road firing it up. And the guy's like, oh, my God, I can't believe how quiet it is. And then all he wanted to do was talk smack about that other company that couldn't figure out why his compressor was like. And it's like, dude, there wasn't nothing wrong with it. It had scroll knob. That's all it had.
kind of what? Scroll knocking.
Yeah, it had scroll knock on the wind down.
Oh, okay.
When you de-energize that, it would do click, click, click. It would do the clunk, clunk, clunk. And then, I don't know, maybe down the road it could have been into something, but amp draws was good, charge was good, all that stuff. And I was like, hey, man, changes for free, Trane's not going to honor a warranty on a compressor that's actually working. So he went on ahead and paid for it. But put the new one in, and to my ears, it sounded just like the old one. But this dude loved it and is shooting me a $50 tip.
He must have drank a few beers before you got over there.
Man, you don't understand, dude. Down here where I work, multi-system custom homes.
Oh, Pulte's?
These people got more money, and they're just like
That compressor sell, bro.
they call you out at 10 at night because one of their spare bedrooms isn't cooling. It's like, really? You're not even over there on that side of the house. Ridiculous.
Hey, when the boss is hot, you know, you got to get somebody over there.
That's what it is.
Well, make sure she wasn't looking. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. Well, I'm going to Betty Bye as I have to get up tomorrow and do some work.
And it's all
So I
good.
appreciate you. Let me hang out with you, man.
Hey, glad you showed up.
Yeah, I'm gonna come down there maybe in a few months, see my cousin.
Hey, we'll be
I might
around.
y'all. I hope so.
But
Oh,
we can't go down to the restaurant anymore. He's not there anymore.
what do you mean he's not there?
He the rent got too high on that building.
Oh yeah, rent's high, man.
Yeah.
Don't talk about rent. So I got one question before I go. You still the single owner of your business?
Yeah.
So how long you plan to do that? I mean,
Probably till I'm die next to a unit.
so why you haven't? I mean, do you think about hiring some guys, or why you haven't crossed over to that? I'm just curious.
Nah, I you know what? I enjoy doing it on my own. I don't want the hassle and the stress
Yeah,
of having to keep people, you know.
yeah. Hey, are you able to support lifestyle by being just the one guy? You know, as far as whether you get sick or something happens. I mean, what do you?
I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. In that case.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
it just all depends on what you want to do.
Yeah, I know. I'm in the second year trying to get some information.
Yeah, like I said, it just you know, everybody has different goals, and me, I just like going and doing the work.
So you're fine with just doing what you can do and do service and chilling out.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm kind of that way right now. I kind of really don't.
What I want to know is like, how do you, man, how do you turn down work? Like when there's too much work, like especially like this time of the year, like obviously, you know, wintertime.
Well, I do have, if I have some installs going on, I do have subs that I can get to go do the jobs, and they do.
Like, you can call somebody and be like, "Hey, man, go check this unit out. We installed it."
Well, no, I don't have any like service subs. I have like installation subs. All my service work I do on my own.
You do, so you handle. You strictly the service end.
Right. And I'll do installs.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, it sounds like, because I got some guys down here that's kind of how they roll too. Like, they don't even want nobody touching their jobs unless they're there. And even though it might have been installed like 2 years ago, it's like, nah, you don't touch nothing. But like, I'm just wondering, like, how does that work? Like when somebody, man, they call like 10, 11 o'clock, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Dang.
No, I don't have anybody that does that.
I mean, that's legit, dude, down here. And it's like, I've been out on calls 2, 3 in the morning.
Where are you at?
No cools. I mean, it's like, and it's always easy stuff, but.
Forrest, where are you at?
He's in Tampa.
Yeah, I'm down here. I'm Tampa, Hillsboro, Pinellas, and like, they go to a Lightning game or they go to a football game or whatever, and it's like, and especially what happens is like, at the end of the day, they don't ever show up around their house till around 5:30 something, you know,
Yeah.
5 whatever, and then boom, they're calling in. And if I tell them, nah, I ain't gonna be out there until like tomorrow, it's like they're so afraid. The companies I work for, they're so afraid, oh well, they'll call somebody else. So they just make it happen.
Right.
And I'm so over that, man.
Well, I
It
don't.
sounds like you got to run 2 shifts.
Yeah, that's what, you know, it's almost, man. And it's like, I work on, we got factories that are 24 hours. They run 3 shifts. And when equipment goes down, you know, it might be 3 in the morning. And they're talking about some ridiculousness. Like,
Well,
man,
I strictly do residential. I don't do any commercial work. Strictly residential.
that's a problem down here is because everybody advertises. Every outfit that I've been with, even where I am now, they will not say no. Even when you tell them, like, say you give them a quote, Ralph, and you tell them you need all new duct out. Like, what good is that 18-seer equipment when you got 1960 ductwork?
No, I agree with that.
And then you know what they do? They'll sell them that 18-seer equipment, and then when it don't work and everything's sweating like a slave, then they expect guys like me to come in with Magna Helix and shit like that and tell them about how all these airflow problems, and then try to tune down the freaking blowers and do all this stuff. And then when it don't work, tell them they need new ductwork. And it's like, damn, dude, that's like a catch-22. I'd rather just go in and do simple-ass equipment and call it a day.
Yeah, but I tell you what, like with my 5-speed, anybody that's ever switched over from a simple piece of equipment to inverter, it's really. Well, yeah, I did all new ductwork. All my ductwork it matched. You know what I mean?
We do a lot of zoning systems down here, and everyone's worried about return, but yet when you have, like, say, a 5-ton unit and you have it split off 4 ways and you're only calling for cool, like, say, in a master bedroom, although you got shit tons of return, you have no issues. But you have a variable speed motor, which the owners think to compensate for it, but yet you've only got 3 drops and then a 4-inch going into the bathroom and the master bedroom, and it's like, and they're calling for like 72 degrees.
Well,
it's like,
your smallest run should only be 40% anyway on zoning of the total system.
the smallest run.
Yeah, the smallest zone should be only 40%. And I know on 5-ton, that's, you know.
Yeah. 40% of a 5-ton unit is the size of my house.
Yeah.
So when I see these people and they have these drops like that, and it's like,
Have a
and they
tenant
charge,
zone. Have a tenant zone with on a 5-ton system. No.
You know, the simplest way that we've decided to, I hate to interrupt you guys, the simplest way we decided to deal with stuff like that is create some redundancy and throw a mini split in that room with the ducting system already. So if you throw a mini split, say in a master suite, that's already got some ducted stuff, and instead of zoning, just to put a mini split in there, there you got redundancy. First of all, if the outdoor unit kicks off and is out overnight, you still got some redundancy, and vice versa, you know. So
we do that. Yeah, we do that a lot, like on master bedrooms.
Yeah.
Or
you don't go with a high end one either, you know.
no, and here's the thing, dude. The high end mini splits, like when you get into the multi ports and the VRVs and all that kind of crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. You can almost, you're asking for problems.
Yeah, exactly. So go with what I've done is I put single heads in a master bedroom, and I went with the Econoline, Comfort Star, Aircon, Medea, or whatever.
Yeah.
And people love it.
Mm.
You know, because first of all, it's going to save them energy. Think about that, because they can turn the rest of the house out at night. It's just a husband and wife. They'll turn the rest of the house up to 79 degrees, and they'll turn the bedroom down to 69, 68, and they sleep fine. And then their power bill drops, 10, 15%.
Well, I'm
And
telling
you're
you,
right.
if you start selling some inverters, they won't need that extra damn mini split. Hey,
That's what I try to do.
my house is zoned, but in summertime, I do not use my zone. I don't have to use it. My
How many
humidity,
zones?
I have 2 zones. The bedrooms,
All right, okay,
and then
that's all right.
it's a 50-50 zone.
The 50-50 zones, and that's a damper layout. And you're running a 5-speed inverter.
Yeah.
That thing can handle it, and I'm pretty sure that your ductwork is probably aces, so you're not going to have any issue there. For instance, if one zone calls for 70 and the other zone calls for 76, you're not going to have any issues.
Well, first off, there's no way I could ever run my system to 70. Whose phone is that? There's no way I could ever run my system at 70 degrees. I would be
Calling the
freezing.
boss.
I have my thermostat set for 76, and it's cool for me.
Hey.
Yeah, that's that 5-speed inverter.
Yeah.
Down, that humidity down. You're running like what, 50%?
50%. Yeah. If I went any lower, I'd be down at 40, 45 or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
And you'd be drying out.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
The bedroom's supposed to be.
I do that.
All right. See you later.
Let me ask you guys this. This is the question that I get from a lot of people. What is an acceptable temperature differential across the house? Say 4,000 square feet, whatever, and master bedroom is at this temp, main living area is at this temp. What is an acceptable differential?
You're talking about no zones.
No zones.
Well, everybody I know wants that, the whole house to be the same temperature. I've been in some houses where 2 degrees is unacceptable.
That's what I'm getting.
A lot of it depends on the time of day.
Well, people shut like their master bedroom door to go to sleep at night, and then they're feeling all hot and they crank it down.
They got no jumping
with like a laser, and I come out and it's like 3-4 degrees differential over in this area versus over in this area, from one side of the house to the next. Like, what is it? I mean, we all want it to be like perfectly even, but
you put a manometer under the door and see the difference, the pressure difference with the unit running?
That's a good question. What I do look for is returns in all these rooms, especially when they shut the doors. But
yeah,
in all new construction, they're putting return down here. They have to put returns in every room.
They need them in every room.
Exactly. But when these people talk about what's hot on this side of the house and it's cooler on, and then I got my little thermometer and stuff.
Well, Above the Clouds just made a great point. The ecobee with sensors, that works to fix that problem.
The eco, is that kind of like? Because I've been putting in some Honeywells, the red links.
No, the ecobee has sensors that you could, add different sensors throughout the house, and you can make them average. You can make make one sensor of the thermostat.
That's what I've been doing with the Honeywell to combat that. But really, most of the applications is because of lack of return in whatever these areas are, like these bedrooms that they like to shut the doors, the kids' rooms, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
other than like zoning or adding like a mini split, I've been just running the Honeywell Red Links, the Pro 8000s, and then putting in split sensors, wireless, and then using the averaging.
Well, the ecobees, actually, they come with their own sensor.
I heard you talk about those before, man. I gotta check those out.
Yeah, especially now the ecobee 4, because it talks to Alexis. from the
Who's your supplier on that?
Ed's.
Yeah, I ain't got no Eds here.
Ed's.
What is that? Is that like Hardin?
Well, it's a supply house.
Well, I mean, like, is it like one of the Hardin branches, or
Is it what?
I'll pull that up. Echo B, because I've seen that before.
Yeah, Ecobee.
Would a regular have that?
Well, just about anybody, any one of the supply houses should.
We got a Jim Air here, and they sell AKBs.
Jim Air down here at Crooks.
Ooh.
Chad, Ecobee and the Nest are not just all toys. No, come on. Can't everybody have an inverter in their house?
Who's a Nest fan?
Not me.
Not me.
Why are you not a Nest fan?
Google owns Nest, right?
Yeah.
I thought Apple owned Nest.
No.
Google.
No. What happened was some guys from Apple broke off and created the Nest, and then that's where that came from. And then now Google owns them. Hashtag Nest is the best. And hashtag EcoBeef.
Hashtag order your whatever that thing is from Amazon that does all the talking, and then you can do your whole house automation off of it.
Yeah, and Ecobee.
It's Alexa.
Yeah, Ecobee does that. It will work for that.
That's what these people are asking me, and I'm telling them, I'm like, dude, forget that Nest. I'm like, you need Honeywell. I must be the only one using Honeywell. I got it in my own house.
Man, that's all I put in is Honeywell. I've had so much bad luck with others.
You throw in like an 8321 Wi-Fi, boom, set them up. It's free. Throw them the app on their phone or their tablet or whatever, and it's like, hey, but it can't, like down here, we have a lot of people. They only live here like months out the year. The rest of the time, but they want to get alerts, they want to get stuff like that, high humidity, whatever. And so I set them up. But then you got like the cable companies coming around. Well, we can do this, and we can put cameras in, and we can change your thermostats, and they start messing around. Dude, they're making us money messing with that stuff. Because then we show up, they can't, for some reason, they can't figure out what the OB terminal is.
Hey, if you put an inverter in, they can't touch the thermostat.
You put an inverter in, yeah, that's communicating. They can't touch it.
That's right. Wow, Ted Cooks, if I go down in the off season, he'll put me in a first class hotel.
You need to come down here to St. Pete, Tampa. Hang out over on the beautiful beaches of Clearwater.
Yeah.
Like straight Baywatch this time of the year.
If I'm going down there, I'm going to get on a boat and take it somewhere for 5 or 6 days.
You know what? It's beautiful, dude, down here this time of the year. Don't get me wrong. I got a lot of cruise time, a lot of traffic time. But, man, coming through Clearwater, downtown, whatever, it's like, especially when you're just trying to get to the next call, it's like, man. And you got Hogan's Beach and whatever, and these chicks walking around with their big old titties out. It's like, you like it and stuff, but damn, dude, sometimes, it's like, I got a wife, so it's like, man, I'm just trying to get to the next call so I can get on home. And you're only driving like 3 miles and it takes you an hour and a half. That sucks.
I'm being the next state in an hour and a half.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, damn. A lot of water source, a lot of pancake units. Love those, especially when they build them.
Ralph, have you had any luck out of? Have you heard of Air Temp? You got Ari Michaels down there selling Air Temp.
Yeah, John Israel sells it, but I don't. I hardly ever go to Ari Michael because they're too far away.
Yeah, they're really. really good company for me, I guess. They treated me pretty well, and they're right down the street from. There's 7 supply houses within 2 city blocks from where I'm at.
Well, yeah. If I was in Marietta, which is just 20 miles,
Yeah.
20 miles from me, I would shop at all those different ones. But I have Ed's and United right next door to each other.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Hey, how about that United? They got that Ream knockoff. How's that work? Have you used one of those?
No, but Zach has from I saw one today. I was there getting that compressor OEM kit.
Who is
I didn't know. I've never seen one of those in the field or anything. I didn't know.
I guess that furnace is the same.
I'm sure. Just like that ICP furnace we saw in Collierville, every one of them's the same.
Yeah, you couldn't tell. Could you tell what unit was running down the line?
No, just by the color. Payne and Bryant, and see now Breaker, my distributor carries a Grand Air, which is same as a Bryant.
Right.
Or I mean, same as a Payne.
Right.
And they're all painted the same color.
But I didn't see any
Carriers.
paint. I didn't see any paint there though.
I didn't see any labels that were Payne.
Look, I think paint is made in Mexico along with like Maritherm.
I wouldn't doubt it. Maristar. You talking about Maristar with American Standard?
Maritherm. That's the
okay.
Low end. It's made in Mexico. I think Payne is made in Mexico too.
Payne used to be like lower end Carrier below the Bryant, right?
Yeah.
Still is.
It still is.
Back in the day, I mean. And then Ameristar, I thought that was American Standards.
It is.
Low.
Yeah.
Whatever knockoff.
The furnace, the Ameristar furnace and air handler is just an unpainted Trane.
That's yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
And the coil's the same. But the
coils are the same?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
Curtis could tell us if he's still in there. Because he sells Ameristar.
What do you guys think? Like, what's the deal with, I don't know. I look at it on HVAC Talk and stuff like that. A lot of guys I work with. What do you guys think about the microfin?
I'm not a fan of
Microchannel?
Yeah, microfin coils.
I am not a fan of microchannel. Every time I see one, I want to cringe. I only want to be there working on it.
I've been told that there've been a lot of improvements over the past 2 years with the microchannel coils. So I'm trying them out. I've got 3 or 4 in right now, and I got probably 2 or 3 coming down the line. So, time will tell.
What, microfin on the indoor or the outdoor?
Both. And I've heard you don't want to mix and match those. That's a rumor.
No, and it's just, I don't know. You can't pump them down. You can't. That's why I cringe every time I go to one. You got to recover the refrigerant every time. Can't pump it down.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, I don't want to get involved in it. And the engineers are like, well, you should never have to work on it. Well, what about leaks?
I found a lot of leaks. But then, we just cut them out and replace them. But I don't know about like pumping down and volume, quantity, stuff like that.
No, you can't pump them down. I had a coil that was mismatched on a Coleman, and every time I did something that stinking coil, I had to recover the refrigerant out of it.
Damn.
All right, guys, I got to get in bed.
All right, man.
Appreciate it, right?
Thanks for showing up.
No problem. See y'all later.
See ya.
Yep, later, buddy.
Yep. Ted, you going to bed?
Well, I am eventually. My day don't have to start till 9 o'clock, so
Well,
I got banker's hours.
My first job's at 10. And this is to go recheck a compressor that probably don't need to be changed in the first place.
Hey, what if I may come to Atlanta in a couple of weeks? We're gonna what are you gonna show me, Ralph?
what do you want to do? There ain't much to do in
I don't know.
Atlanta,
You
I guess. I'll take you to the casino.
I didn't know there was a casino down there.
There's not. Takes me about an hour and a half to get there, but I go.
Oh, are you talking about the one in Alabama?
No, in Cherokee. Well, not Cherokee.
North Carolina.
Yeah, North Carolina.
Okay.
Yep, in North Carolina.
Yeah, we're I got some friends there remodeling the house. Probably going to IKEA. Get some stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, get a whole truckload of stuff.
Go to IKEA, yeah, man.
Actually, it's not really hot here. It has not been hot here. We have had we've barely been in the 90s this year. Like right now it's 74 degrees.
What?
It was nice 2 weeks ago. These last 2 weeks, it's been brutal.
Well, tomorrow it's gonna be our high is gonna be 89. Is that Zach?
Yep.
Our high is gonna be 89 tomorrow. Thursday's gonna be 90. Friday's gonna be 91. Saturday's 88, 88, 89, 89. So we've barely been in the 90s.
What's your humidity run roughly? I mean, just in your area. I mean,
it's right now it's 88%.
Yep, that's typical.
Yeah, right now it's 88. So, but it's 74.
Pretty muggy, Ralph.
It is pretty muggy.
Yeah, yeah.
And it sucks because, my damn, global cooling. When I was changing that compressor today, this is a funny story. When I was changing that compressor, whenever I'm braiding, I always had to smoke. And it was so hot. I mean, it was so humid that I was sweating like you wouldn't believe. And my glasses kept falling. My glasses kept falling off, right? But I was smoking. I had a cigarette in my mouth, and my glasses would fall on my cigarette. It was like an extension, so they didn't fall off.
Thank God you smoke.
I know. Well, they did fall in the mud, though, while I was washing those coils. Zach, I thought you were going to watch TV.
It don't last for so long. Plus, that I got a text that said you invited Ted Cook on the podcast.
Well, he asked.
And I had to come on to find out about that.
No, Justin said that he should come on the podcast. And he's like, what's the podcast? And so I had to tell him. He said it sounds like fun.
It would be fun. There's no doubt about it. It would be a breakaway from our normal theme.
He really wants me to start selling Trane. He said, come up here for a week. He invited me to go up there for a week. He put me up in a first-class hotel for a week.
Man.
That's stepping over to the dark side.
Yeah. What are you going to bitch about now if you go sell Trane?
No, what he doesn't understand is our Trane supply is really hard to deal with. I mean,
Wait, Trane equipment or Trane parts?
Trane equipment.
Oh, okay.
What about Trane parts?
Well,
it's like he hates them too.
No, actually, the store in Marietta does really good. It's the one in Kennesaw that I'm not a fan of. But the Marietta store is pretty good.
You know what stops a train?
A tree.
A lot of stuff.
A UPS truck.
There you go. Hey, not having it in stock. That'll stop a train.
Oh yeah.
I need that
UPS truck.
I need an EVC board. Yeah. It's on the other side of the country. Well, you ain't got,
yeah.
You ain't got no clue, dude. Unless you want to pay PA shipping.
Which side of the store do you hate a train? That's funny, man. That's a hilarious story.
I like that. Or you, a guy runs across the store. He's like wearing a train hat. You go to the counter. Oh, you're at the wrong counter. Go over there. You start walking. The guy takes the hat off, squishes it, and runs over there.
Yeah.
Train parts.
Hey,
Thanks.
yeah. Hey, I need a set of heat strips for this unit. You got to call a 1-800 number for that. I'm like, but you're standing right there. Can't you punch it in your computer? Nope.
Try Comfort Site. I use Comfort Site, and even half that stuff on Comfort Site, I don't know, man. Because everything's revised on part numbers. So,
Well,
like,
yeah.
I'll call them up. Yeah, man, I need this. I already done did all the legwork, and then I got some dude at the parts counter telling me, nah, there's been a revision. This is what you really need. And then it's like, man, is this really true? Or, and I don't even know.
You didn't hear a funny story?
Yeah.
So my buddy, he works for another supplier, and he goes to call on the Trane store in town, and he didn't realize it, but his shirt, his polo he's wearing that day was orange. So he gets out of the car, shuts the door, and he gets a phone call. So he sets his notebook down on the hood. He's taking his phone call, and the guys are inside, and it's a Trane store, and they see him in his orange shirt. So they're like, they get off the stools, and they were in front, and they started putting him around on the other side of the counter, and the manager's out, and he was looking, he's talking like he's doing some instruction or whatnot, and they're all acting like they are supposed to act when some big wig comes, because they didn't know who he was. And he had his orange shirt on. They thought he was a Trane guy, and he walks in, and it just burst their bubble.
That's pretty. Sorry, yes, sir. Oh, sorry. Wrong.
Yeah, there was like, they come up to him. They was like, "Hey, well, can we help you?" "Yes, sir." Yes, you know. Little do they know he had that little R.E. Michael logo on his chest. You know. That was pretty funny.
That is pretty good.
They're all facing front and stuff on the shelf. You know, they're actually working.
Yeah, they start trying to rearrange things on the shelf. Yeah, I'm just doing some inventory, man. Yeah.
Because they had the stools behind the counter, and they're supposed to be for the customers. So they slowly trying to sneak the stools around from the front of the counter, you know.
Parts down here. Trane parts down here is like ridiculously high price on tools and equipment. And I was in there one day. I was like, "Hey, man, what's the deal with these climbs?" And I pulled them off their little rack. And it had like about a half inch of dust. The pack had like a half inch of dust on it. And I'm sitting there talking to the dude. He's like, "Yeah, man, it's like $49. I was like, "Man, I go to Home Depot and get these same climbs." I'm like, no wonder you guys don't sell no tools up in here. I'm like, and everything's covered in dust. I'm like, you guys are a bunch of freaking morons. Because they sit there like the same thing. You guys, a set of strippers, climbs, whatever. And you go to Home Depot and buy the exact same ones from Klein for like $10, $15 cheaper. And we just kind of had a good old laugh. I was like, "What kind of deal can you work out on me?" And the guy, the branch manager, was like, "Yeah, I'll let these go." And I pulled them up on Amazon. I did the old customer routine. Probably should have done that, but I pulled them up on Amazon, and I was like, "Man, shipping." And they literally, I was shunned at that point.
Well, yeah.
You done that? I mean, daggone, man.
So I've been watching for the past couple minutes, and it looks like Ted Cook's trying to recruit people to go over to Trane.
Yeah,
he's gone now. You're too late, John.
He wants me to come up to South Carolina.
Of course he does.
Hey,
So he can put the pitch on you that just give him a few days and you'll be a Trane lover?
Give me a week, he said.
Yeah. I've been past that line of bullshit too.
Yeah,
y'all are best friends.
He said he put me up in a first-class hotel for a week.
Oh, I'm sure he would. I got the same offer. Also got an offer to go to the factory. I'll tell you what, Zach. You know, you and Ralph, y'all got to work at Joe's thing, but I'm gonna have to say he ain't coming on the Cowboy podcast.
Well, you don't want to have Ted Cook Hell in a Cell?
No, because that really won't be much of a podcast. That would just be a argument.
I think we could probably simulate that right now. It's 1.5% failure. Dad, you know that's bullshit. No, it's true. No, it's bullshit. And then do that for like half an hour.
Yeah. Then you start
from Trane. Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah, then we'll start on the bullshit about take you to the factory and you'll leave there and start selling Trane.
Yeah.
That's the idea. You go in and you were selling whatever. You go in a Goodman dealer and you come out a Trane dealer.
Yeah.
Go in a ICP dealer, come out selling Trane. Man, I love the XR, man. I got the XB, something like that.
Negative.
You never know. You go in. Well, I probably wouldn't even go in because, I mean, Ted wouldn't take me. I don't sell anything, so there's no real point to it. I think they got the same capacitors.
You know, if I go in there and just watch that machine make a spine fin coil, that's not going to push me to sell Trane.
I've seen that on video.
I would love to see their manufacturing process, though, just for the hell of it.
I've seen it on TV and on YouTube.
I would. I used to work for a swimming pool heat pump manufacturer, and I watched how Heatcraft and all the guys. I saw how they did that, and it's like it's all about saving pennies on the dollar. A Cody coil versus a gold coil versus a spine fin coil versus a copper coil.
Hey, I would go to the Trane manufacturer. I would. I think it'd be interesting.
Just to see how they do, you know.
I mean, a factory's a factory. I mean, I've been to.
Imagine Ted's not taking you though. Imagine Ted's not going. It's like,
No.
oh, okay, we'll go.
I think that offer has been thrown off the table. You know, I've been to Goodman's factory twice, one in Tennessee and one in Houston, and I've been to the York factory, and it's all pretty much the same.
Yeah, once you see one be built, you've seen them all be built.
Yeah,
I would like to see it like in engineering, how like they come up with these ridiculous algorithms.
Yeah, like how if you take a look over here, you'll see the newly designed piece of shit plastic air handler.
I mean, like with like the EEVs, and they've got their freaking gas temp sensors, their 10K on gas temp, their 10K on freaking liquid temps, and then what their algorithm is between the middle, and then how that thing, and it's like, I don't know. I'm just not a big fan, dude, of Trane EEVs at all.
Yeah. And then
I've replaced one of them. GAM5 used to have EEVs. I replaced those. But they didn't have them in stock, so I had to wait for them. So it was like a 3-day deal.
Yeah, and if you take a look at the plastic air handler over here, we forgot to mention that you have to have a college degree to install the heat kit.
Oh, and refrigerant oil will break it down.
That heat kit is something else. With the wings on it, I call it the maxi pad because it's got the little wings on it. You got to put it on there. It's kind of crazy.
And you have to unscrew the control board and lift it up to get it to slide under there. So if you did not go to college and maintain a 4.0 GPA, you are not qualified to install our heat kit in the plastic air handler.
Exactly. You do it all perfect, though, right there on the assembly line, but when you're stuffed up in an attic horizontal, laying on your side, all stretched out with a flashlight in your mouth, and you're sitting there trying to freaking get this thing going.
Yeah, you know, they send you the heat kit, and it's got the little, like Zach said, the maxi pad wings on it. And then, you know, they're labeled A, B, and C, and that's for cabinet width. Just give me a fucking heat strip that fits in the air handler like Carrier and ICP and everybody else.
So each heat strip has a different size heat strip?
Well, I don't know. It's got something to do with those wings from MaxiPad.
From MaxiPad.
You know,
when you buy the heat kits, I was gonna say when you buy the heat kits, there's different. either little like baffles you put on each side, depending on how wide the chassis is, and then there's two little wings that go on the ends of each one of those baffles.
Yeah, you have baffles and wings, and it's bullshit, you know. And you know, Ralph, to get one of the baffles in, you have to actually unscrew the heat strip control board and lift it up to slide the baffle underneath it.
Are you serious?
Am I lying, Zach?
No, you do have to do that. Or you have to buy some kind of weird ass angle nut driver or something.
Yeah.
Man. Hey, y'all can make fun of my headphones all y'all want to, but right now, I'm doing laundry.
Roger, sir. Roger. Bring it down, sir. Bring it down. We are clear.
Are they wireless, Ralph?
Yep, wireless.
Yeah, I thought that's pretty good. I actually like that. That's kind of cool.
It's nice to be wireless, but you gotta have this one to be smooth.
It's all right. It's all right.
But you have to have the Blue Yeti microphone to get the spectacular voice.
That was real smooth sounding, John.
Yeah. But then you're tied to the damn microphone.
Yeah, but that's why you tuck yourself away in the closet.
Ah, well. Yeah, but see, I can actually take a leak.
Is that what you're doing right now? Are you?
Yeah.
Are you?
No,
Are you playing with yourself, Ralph?
No, I'm actually putting my jeans in the washer.
See, I'm tucked away in the closet. I got the Blue Yeti mic. I got the headphones. I have my quality background here, which is
the backdrop?
the backdrop, which is AKA a hospital blanket that I stole from the hospital when one of my kids was born.
Casper.
That is a good backdrop.
Yeah.
That is a good backdrop.
Thank you.
So I got another question. I got a question. So we got all the pros on here now.
Oh, hell.
Where the hell are they?
Where they at?
Yeah, where are they?
Ted's gone. Ted's gone.
Raritan.
I was in Vegas back in January at the HR Expo, and I run into a guy out of Atlanta, and he sells a Tassat, and he has what they call an EXV that they tie in a mini split outdoor unit to just about any. He basically said any air handler you want, ducted air handler.
Well,
and
Ralph.
compare it to
Ralph, this one's for you. Take it away.
I had no idea what the hell he's talking about.
I don't either.
I'll tell you what, I got the guy's phone number, email, and I've talked to him a couple times. I've tried to sell one of those units, and they said they would come from Atlanta to Huntsville the day that we install it.
Are they in Atlanta?
You're Atlanta, Georgia.
Really?
You're in Alabama?
I am, Huntsville.
Ralph, kick him out now.
No, man. Hey, look.
Roll
Chad was on
Go Tigers.
Roll Tide.
Chad was on the ICP tour with me.
No, I'm just fucking with you, man.
On the back of it.
Roll Tide.
Yeah,
Where's Trent Parker when you need him?
Yeah, no, Chad was at the ICP tour with me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he spotted me in a damn second. I was the first when he came in for the meet and greet. I was the first guy. He saw me, and he was like, he headed straight my direction. He even talked to the ICP people. Did you?
That's funny.
Did he ask you for your autograph?
Oh, no.
I got a picture. Hey, I got a picture.
Yeah, he did. He got a picture before we left.
Hey, Ralph, did he come in and you go, I thought you'd be taller.
You know, when I first met Ralph, when he came down to my house, and I met up with him at the gas station because, you know, there's no way he'd have found his way out to my place where I was at the time. And when he stepped out the truck, I was like, I'm thinking, damn, I knew you were short, but god damn, man, you are short.
I'm not that short. Come on. I am not that short.
We're just kidding with you. How tall are you?
A guy in the supply house. Well, I'm shorter than you, but a guy in the supply house said the same thing the other day.
How tall are you, Zach?
6'3".
Yeah, you're about 3 inches taller than me. I'm 6 foot on the nose.
Well, it don't matter.
I mean, air conditioning machine.
Hey, who was your buddy that was with you down there, Ralph? What was his name that was singing?
Mike.
At the Peabody?
Yeah, he's short, Mike.
Who, Mike? Mike who?
A guy that one of the dealers that went to the ICP tour with us.
Oh, okay. Well, Ralph, what are you, about 5'5"?
5'7".
5'7", okay.
5'5".
Hey, it's a 5'5", about $1.25, lean and mean.
Ralph is 5'5" and $1.25. He's a lean, mean
Yeah.
HVAC mini split machine.
He will outlive the rest of us, though. So.
No, I won't. 'Cause I'm
Yeah,
smoking.
oh, yeah. You're smoking. Gonna
Hey.
mess up. You would have been 114.
I'm smoking and dipping.
So John's gonna die off. John's gonna be.
John's not even cares about. He don't even care about racing.
John's not going to be able to breathe or eat.
Well,
Wow, man, oh man. Ralph the celebrity.
nah. One of the guys from that works at Reliable here. He said, "Yeah, I saw you in Taco Bell one time," and he said, "I was like, man, I know that guy looks familiar. I know he looks familiar," and he was like, "You couldn't miss me. I'm like 6'8" and with a Reliable shirt on. So next time I see a 6'8" guy with Reliable, I'm gonna go
Holy
up and talk
crap.
to him. Yeah, 6'8". Actually, you know that guy that I told the story about, the one that was sniffing or going through the woman's panty drawer? He's 6'8".
Good grief, that's humongous.
Yep. Every time he walked by, hey, you know the extension ladders stick off the back of the truck.
Mhm.
Every time he walk around the back of the truck, he'd bang his head on the extension ladder.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
That is a bummer every summer.
Hmm. You have to almost duck to walk through the door.
Well, I just thought I'd join you guys for a minute. I'm about to go to bed.
Man, John, it's only not even 11 o'clock.
I know, man. I got a long day tomorrow, though.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, that's terrible.
I was watching it.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess good and bad.
Yep.
I had to come chime in on that. I heard Ralph talking about getting put up in a first-class hotel and all that.
I heard Ted. I came running too.
Yeah,
Ted, what?
Ralph's gonna come back. Trane.
I love Trane. Hey, don't put it past me. Remember, I was against stop leak.
Yeah, I know. Now you're all for it.
I'm not. Yeah.
Ask Ted if he'll use stop leak.
Oh yeah. Hey, I'll come down. I'll come up and see you, Ted. But you gotta let me put some leak freeze in your Trane unit.
Yeah, put it in his inverter.
That would be great. He said my board cost $2,500.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
John, how you've had some luck out of those air temps?
I only have 2 out there, so so far so good.
100% success rate.
Yeah, 100% non-failure rate.
Go to the air temp factory.
Well, I got a few more than that. I ain't got a whole lot, but I got a few more than that, and I'm probably going to put one in. And so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, I've only got 2 out there, and they're both less than 6 months old. So I don't know yet.
Couple years, they've been fine.
Oh yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all have a good night.
All right.
You too.
We'll try to do. Maybe we can do this again on the weekend.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Well, the guys were still in there chatting.
Right.
After Zach closed it out a while ago, so I was like, well, all right, I'll just go do the hangout.
Yeah. No, I hear you. Maybe we'll do one this weekend though.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all take it easy.
All right.
Bye,
Later.
dude.
Good old John.
Oh, Johnny boy.
Johnny boy.
Oh, Johnny boy, the tides. Oh, he missed that comment.
I know. I just saw it.
Oh, he wouldn't like that one.
Nope. Just saw it.
Justin, we're having a good time in the chat. Everybody be nice.
Justin, the moderator, he's busy.
Ralph, I think you should go on Ted's tour.
Why?
Because you get to go on vacation, go to the hotel. I mean, it'd be kind of interesting to take pictures of the fine fins or whatever. What's your fine?
They won't let you take pictures.
Yeah, I know, but you'll sneak it.
Yeah, you sneak them in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just hold your phone down by your side and hit a couple clicks.
Take that
You might
shit
be selling Trane.
here and see what their saltwater test is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's right.
might go up there.
You're the only one in our group that I could see doing that.
Nah, I like everybody.
Yeah, you'll go up there and give them the benefit of the doubt. You come back and be like, man, all right, that XR14, really nice. Well, sell me a couple of them bad boys. And Trane be like, no, I'm sorry, you don't make enough.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. XR14, you're not producing enough. You got to get to the XL series or the XV.
There you go.
You want to fuck
XV is what you need to be selling, Ralph. You like the 5-speed, take it to the next level.
with. 20. But your SEER rating goes down after it's 3 tons, so it doesn't necessarily mean 20. I've done a lot of work. Fucked around with them.
Well, the thing with all the inverters, they can give it whatever SEER rating they want to, but that's worst case scenario.
Up until done.
I mean, it's worst case scenario. Like mine, it's a 18 SEER, but hell, I know I'm getting better than 18 SEER out of it.
Well, see, you got proper ductwork, and then also what's your tonnage? Your total tonnage.
3 ton.
3 ton, exactly. Once you get above 3 ton, even though it says the fancy XV20 on it, dude, you ain't getting 20 SEER.
No, it's still running a pretty high amp draw if it's running at full stage.
What's weird, what's crazy is when I first started noticing this is when we were changing them out, like, we're doing change outs and all that stuff, and it's like, oh, wait a minute. And then you're looking at the data plate, and we're having to change breaker sizes, and our breaker sizes were increasing for the outdoor equipment. And it's like, well, and then you're sitting there thinking, it's like, well, wait a minute, man, this son of a bitch is supposed to be like big fancy whatever. And then once you start applying work being done versus your amp draw,
right,
and you start doing it, it's like, oh, no wonder. Wait a second here. Yeah, this guy, dude, is chewing up a little bit of draw once he gets on up to 5th speed, or once he gets on up to 5,000 RPM, like on the green speeds for the carrier.
Right.
But they don't tell you that. But then that's what was getting us is because like the electricians were coming out and they're like, nah, man, you ain't got big enough wire. And then it's like, oh, but see, none of that was, that kind of stuff's not bitted into the job because the sales guys are idiots. And next thing you know, we're having to freaking run bigger wire out to the outdoor unit and then upsize our breaker for the outdoor unit when their 15-year-old equipment might only had a 30, but yet their new equipment is minimum capacity, like say 35. So we're having to upsize our breaker. And they won't let us do that, which we do it all the time, but whatever. And then when you look at that, it's like, wait a minute. Why am I having to upsize my breaker if I'm losing?
All right, guys, I got to go. You guys have a good night. Thanks for letting me join in.
Enjoy it, Chad.
We'll talk soon, Ralph.
We'll do it.
See ya.
Later.
Later.
That's quiet.
Oh,
Creak, creak.
I'm chewing on my cookie.
That's fine. And, I would like to talk to Lex Vance. I'd like to talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed that the other day, and I think that he would be a good guest because he's a pretty sharp guy and pretty motivated as well.
Mm-hmm. He's working in the rain like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah. Should do that. Just a single podcast, not a 2-part deal.
Yeah. He can talk about his band or his.
Yeah, that's right.
Gigs. Yeah.
Sweet power slide, Lex.
Zach, why are you You're on my screen. Nobody else.
I see you and all the other people.
Well, I know, but I mean, I see the people at the bottom, but you're on my screen now.
Full screen.
Yeah, the full screen.
It's a noise of my foot or something.
Oh. I had no idea.
I don't know either. I'm just checking all the comments.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Thanks. Good.
Is that Jeff?
Yes, it is.
What's up,
I got
Jeff?
a question for you guys. Since I watch all your videos and they're awesome. I got a couple. I got 7 AON units on our property. I keep bringing up AON units, and seriously, I made a joke earlier in the chat about it's like a spaceship up in this mother, you know. So what I'm thinking is, like, we have had so many problems with these AON units. Like, we've already replaced a compressor 4 years. 4 years, the unit's been up there. We've replaced a compressor. The compressors are doing their normal thing. They are unloading and stuff like this. I get a lot of comments on my videos saying, you know, that they don't sound right. But I was told that the compressor is supposed to make that low sound and then go, you know. I was wondering, is it normal for AON units to do that? Because all of ours do that.
Well, I'm not a. Go ahead, Zach.
No, I was going to say I do only residential, so I don't work on any AON units.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're unloading either. If it's just like 2-stage or they have unloaders on them or what.
Yeah, I'm not for sure either.
Man, there's 4 computer modules on those things, and it gets crazy.
There's a couple guys that work on those. I cannot remember who it is because I've seen them on Facebook. I've never worked on an AON unit because it's all residential stuff all the time for me.
Oh man, it's like looking into a spaceship. It really is.
Yeah, that's what they say. They say they're super complicated and a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
I just saw one today. Someone was working on one today.
Are they all the same tonnage, Jeff?
No. We have a 60 ton, we have 5 tons, 6 tons, and a number of units. We have 7, like I mentioned, on the property, different tonnages.
Wow.
Each one looks the same though. They all have 4 computer modules in them, and they blinky lights, and 2 of them have iPads in our janitor's closets in a thing, and you can go and look into an automated logic system, and then you can control whether or not the reheat valve goes on or off, or if it charges. You can open up the dampers if you want to. It's crazy. It really is crazy.
You weren't changing compressors in one of those, were you?
I'm sorry.
I remember seeing the post. I remember seeing the post earlier. Someone was working on an AON unit. And they were changing compressors. And I'm trying to find the post on Facebook because I knew a couple guys work on them. Actually, work on them. Ralph, I seem to remember he might have worked on one of them.
Worked on them, but I don't. You know, that's been a long time ago.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to find some videos telling any information about them. I mean, usually when I Google AON units, my videos come up.
Oh yeah.
It's like, damn it.
Yeah.
You already knew that information, didn't you?
Yeah, kind of sort of. It's just a tricky unit to work on. I mean, you know, we have a lot. I work at an old folks home, for you that don't know, but so we have a lot of like 1982 units. Like back in 1982, they were built or something, and these things have like rusted out bottoms. The compressor's just hanging there literally, and like as long as they're running, we leave them alone until they spring a leak or something. We use our CapEx budget, bam, it's replaced. You know, it's pretty quick and easy, but we don't try to repair the R22 units. Well,
Wow.
unless it's an emergency, but you
Yeah.
know, you got 90-year-old people. I think you said something about that in the last hangout.
Yeah.
You know, what you gonna do?
What you gonna do when you got somebody that's old and
Yep.
can't afford it or whatever?
Well, they can afford it, but it's no cost to them because this is a rental property. So it's our job to fix it.
Yeah, John went to bed before Zach.
I'm about to though. That's kind of funny though. He usually stays up late, and I'm the one wanting to go to bed.
Yeah, he could have been lying.
That's funny. He's so full of shit.
Yeah, I think
I'm awake, NorCal, man. It ain't like it's California 3 hours ago, man. It's 12 o'clock here.
Yep.
Looking at Facebook over here. I'm trying to find that damn post, but I can't find it. I forget. So quiet. Where did everybody go? I look over the screen. There's only 3 dudes left now.
Just me, you, and Ralph, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, 38 people are watching. Hell, look, I'll put the link in the description again.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah, because there's gonna be 2 dudes in about 2 minutes.
Are you leaving too?
Yeah, I am gonna go to bed here because I gotta go to my United Pizza party tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Brian said he can't stand working on Aeons. Had to replace condenser coil on 5 units, all 50 and 60 tons. Wow, that's amazing.
That is why. Question.
Yeah.
All right, Baja, what's your question? I had a report card. I got an A on.
Justin's all on the moderator stuff, man.
He's good at that, man.
Yeah, he sends me texts and everything.
He sends you texts, let you know what's going on in the chat.
Yep.
I like that, man. That's really cool.
You know, the chat, it lags a little bit.
It does. It's like 20 seconds.
Yeah. American Standard heat pump installed 2 days ago. Unit is frozen solid. Company that installed it came out, said it was fixed. It's still freezing up. Do I go to another place and fix their mess, or that's a tough one.
Wait a second. American Standard heat pump installed 2 days ago. Unit is freezing solid. Company that installed it came out and said it was fixed. Well, he's a different company, so you just say, y'all do it for money. I mean, just like you would any other service call. It's not his install, is it?
No,
So I would just do it just like I did a service call. So you just got to pay for it.
Run, he
I mean,
said.
it's kind of frustrating, I'm sure, for the customer, but
Yeah, well, who's going to pay it?
well, if you're hiring a different company, they're going to have to pay. I mean, other companies not going to honor their labor warranty. Someone's asked me that before too. Do you honor another company's labor warranty? That's a negative.
No.
Profits from the job. Yes, it's his install.
Oh, so
it's his house.
It's your house, Baja.
Interesting.
That's a
wait for an answer.
That's a tough one. Yeah, it's lagging and chat lags.
It's been 2 days.
Okay, so he had another company, and it's freezing up in
Gee, you almost had to give him another chance, and it's only been 2 days, and they say it's fixed. Is that what he said?
Yeah. Give him a shot.
Yeah, it sucks that maybe you could ask for a different technician if that's possible.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe just get a different guy over there.
If they're really a reputable company, they'll send. They want to make it right.
He's sick of the heat. Yeah, I dig that.
And it is probably the valve. Steven says American Standard's having valve troubles again. Maybe that's all it is.
Well, man, it could be.
Zach,
not letting enough gas through.
You see that question from Alex?
I have a question too. My heat pump has a low ambient switch. What is that used for? What do I need it? I mean, usually residential heat pumps don't have a low ambient switch. They might have 2 fan speeds. ICP does 2 fan speeds on the mainline stuff.
Yeah.
Not counting the inverter stuff, but usually the other ones you add them on. You know, after the fact.
Yeah, we mean a bad TXV.
That's pretty bad. It's got bad TXV already.
Yep.
Maybe they toasted it when they were brazing or something.
Could have, and just don't want to admit it.
Yeah. Maybe they weren't flowing nitrogen, Ralph.
Could have been. Could have been.
Yeah. What was the other dude? I was going to say something else.
Oh yeah,
Alex
about the
Wickham.
low ambient kit.
I mean, it depends on the application, though. I mean, is like a store or something? I mean, or is it your home? I mean, it's weird to see one on your home installed aftermarket because you're usually not using AC in December.
Uh-huh.
And that's what it's used for, low ambient cooling when you want to keep the head pressure.
Oh, it's a nightmare because it's a rental. Ooh.
Oh,
so
that is a nightmare.
Is it a rental that you own or that you're living in?
If you're living in there, I feel for you.
Oh, he said it's his home.
Yeah, the guy with the low ambient. The fan keeps going off and on in the low ambient control. I mean, it's summertime. Shouldn't even be doing anything right now.
Oh, it's a Mortex coil. It's a rental that he owns. Oh, so the tenant is having to deal with the heat, right?
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, I would ask him to take that TXV out and put a freaking
Make sure they put in the right Mortex coil.
Put it, yeah. And
those things are kind of weird.
Yeah.
The model numbers are hard to tell on Mortex coil. You got to look it up because like 96 dash blah 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 blah. You don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Weird to have low ambient cutting your fan on and off. Maybe it's just not working properly, or maybe depending on which one it is, maybe the sensor's not putting the right spot or something. Who knows? Because the ICM ones have coil sensors.
Oh, said you can't charge the tenants during this, and I just had to pay for the unit and install. It's a disaster. Yes, it's a 2004 double wide.
Like question and answer time here.
Yeah. What's the other question? What caused the drain line to keep clogging 2010? It depends on where it's at.
Yeah. How it's run.
Yeah, and how it's ran.
Yeah, Goodman. I don't have too many problems out of Goodman clogging up drains, really, unless the drain's just not run right.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter if it's a Goodman or not because it could be any one of them.
Yeah. I think aluminum's worse. I think the copper coils,
right,
since they're anti-bacterial copper, I think they clog up less than the aluminum ones do. But I don't think that's an aluminum coil on that 2010. That should be copper.
2010? No, it's aluminum.
You think? Well, maybe he knows.
Yeah.
What is it? Jim Kins, the Bookins? What?
I bet it's aluminum.
Ream Value Series.
Because Goodman was the second one that came out with aluminum coils. Trane was the first, and then Goodman came out with was the next one.
Yeah, it's true. But it's like on the line, though. It's right there when they must have done it. Let's see. Buy heat. American Standard Silver 15 on a trailer with a Mortex coil, huh? You don't see that every day.
No. It works fine, 2.5. But I can't seem to keep the humidity down. I'm getting moisture beads on the registers. Ooh.
Where's that at?
That's an airflow problem, quagmire. That's an airflow issue right there.
Blowing ice cold air. What's that?
Yep. That's an airflow problem.
Well, you can measure that yourself. You got a thermometer. See what the difference in airflow is. I mean, if it's going up above 20, then that's probably going to be in your bad area.
Was just installed and blowing ice cold air. Yup. That's an airflow issue.
We had the ECM motor was running on low speed, the one that we replaced with a PSC I told you about like yesterday, the day before.
Right.
And the temperature split was 30. It was so big because the thing was running on low speed while it ran.
Oh, hell.
It's bad.
Wow. So that was the easy one. Quagmire.
Oh, that Jipkins, the drain line goes from the hall unit to the outside. Does it run under the slab or something? Because those can be kind of sucky. Because it'll go under the slab and go like this all the way out.
Is it an air? Is it an air handler or a heat pump? That I mean, gas furnace, where the drain is. Yeah, probably Alex. You probably could take it out.
Figure out why it's in there in the first place.
Yeah, I don't know why a heat pump would have a low ambient kit.
Yeah, I don't know either. Not in just a house.
Unless the last person who lived there really, really wanted it cold. Which is what the previous Coleman in York was.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
It goes through the slab on the 2010 Goodman. Is it a heat pump? With the drain line? Hurry up, Zach. Oh, you can't hear me. See, if he had wireless headphones like I do, he could just walk away. In Baja, I don't know, man. Oh, so it's a AC, so it's a gas furnace. Yeah, I don't know. I would just you got some sort of built up in there somehow. And it's probably because, like Zach said, it's probably doing like this in the slab. Well, didn't you just say it was Quagmire? Was it just installed too? No, the brand of the outdoor unit doesn't have anything to do with what you have going on. You could have an airflow issue. You could have, it could be the valve that's having a problem. So ambient kit to use. So yeah, so it could be a number of different things. Straight cool, and you wanted a heat pump. It was just installed 2 or 3 weeks ago. Okay, so Quagmire, I would have that company back out and make sure they check superheat and subcooling, and look at the ductwork and make sure all that stuff I learned in school in short cycles during the summertime. But yeah, I would have them back out and say, look, my registers, it's got to have low airflow. Wow, 16-degree splits. I don't know why it's freezing.
But I got a comment on Derek K right there, overcharged.
Right.
There's no way it's overcharged because it's if it's overcharged, it's not going to freeze because if it's low on charge, it will freeze.
I have a feeling it's got to have a TXV on it.
What happened?
They're asking questions about the install, about the well, they got two different questions going on with about the one that's sweating on the registers, and
Okay.
and then the unit freezing up.
Oh, the unit freezing up is the one that's in the trailer.
Yeah. contractor on the 2006 HC. Kept sending those young guys out who seem inexperienced. It's all about who installs it. Yes, it is.
Well, the correct
What
temp
should
coming out of
it-
air ducts changes with the temperature going in and the humidity going in.
Yeah, but the on the outdoor unit, the subcooling should be marked on the outdoor unit, on that train, and it should be around 12 degrees or so. Superheat, there's no way of knowing really without. Um, yeah, but yeah, your subcooling would be marked on the outdoor unit.
Mm-hmm. They didn't reuse the Mortex coil, did they?
Yeah, did they reuse it, or was it a brand new? Let's see, what should the correct temperature be coming out of the ducts? We should have a split somewhere, depending on what it is, somewhere around 20 degrees or so.
Yeah, it shouldn't be over 20 unless you live in Arizona.
Yeah.
New coil.
He said it's not that I don't trust him, but I don't trust him.
That's funny. It should be marked on a data tag, is what he's saying,
Yeah,
outside the subcooling.
it's a TXV.
Oh, it's Trane, right? Did he say it was Trane?
Yeah, Trane outdoor with a Mortex indoor.
Yeah, it should definitely have it marked out there.
Yeah, it'll be on the data tag, right where it says refrigerant at the top, or
You see design subcooling.
yeah, design subcool. 8 to 12 degrees. No, it's a new coil, he said.
Mm-hmm.
It's not marked on the outside unit. It was a cheap install. Well, what was that yours, Alex? It's coming out 55.
Well, it depends on what temperature is inside, humidity
Yeah.
inside the house and the return. It can come out 55 inside if it's 73, and that's fine. It doesn't matter how hot it is outside.
Senior tech come. I wasn't happy. See, you know what sucks is you watch everybody's videos on YouTube, and then he has to deal with seeing his
Yeah.
install get messed up.
Yeah, that's a name I've seen a lot of times.
Yeah, yeah. You saw those pictures I put up, right, of that bad install on Facebook?
Mm-hmm. I did.
That guy watches the videos too, and then so
He knew something was wrong.
So yeah, yeah. That's why he texted me. So I didn't get a chance to text him back today, to find out how it was.
Yeah, that looked pretty bad. That wasn't very level.
No, hell, it was like 2 inches out of level from the front to the back, and the coil was sitting up at the high part of it.
Quagmire, my air blows out 53. Inside is 69, giving you a 16-degree split at 64%. That ain't too far off. So that's fine as far as the split. But I mean, a lot of things play into that. I mean, if your charge is low, your split goes down. But if your airflow is also low, it'll go back up again. It's kind of strange. But I mean, if everything else is fine, that's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why 64% inside. That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you have a larger tonnage than you need, I mean, that can cause that issue. But typically, the ductwork would then be too small, and your airflow would be bad. So it's kind of, unless you see it all, you don't know what to say. Humidity should be really low. I mean, it should be much lower than 64%.
Mm-hmm.
That feels pretty shitty inside.
Yeah. Well, that's why his
Roush
registers,
humidity 50%, man.
that's why his registers are sweating.
Yeah. I mean, there's your dew point's higher, and your air is going out 53 degrees, which is below the dew point. It's going to start sweating.
Are the filters been pulled up into the damn unit and it's dripping into the plenum? Yeah.
You never know. You never know. But you know, the filters get all funky. The split should go up too. Split should be pretty high. But not if they're halfway down the duct sideways. So let's see. It depends on the indoor temp. Right, my indoor temp is 73. I'm trying to keep everybody straight what they're talking about, which there's like three different things going. Yeah. Which Alex is the one that I think he said it's 55 degrees coming out and it was 95 outside. 55, that's 17 degrees. Is that right? 18 degrees. So 18 degrees at, you know, you have 50% humidity, 55% humidity. That's fine. That's right on the target. Have you seen my baseball?
Where do you see that?
I see the chat before you, evidently, because you comment on stuff that's like a few lines before what I'm reading.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see it now. Have you seen my baseball?
That's from that movie, Something About Mary.
Yeah.
Have you seen my baseball? And he punches Ben Stiller in the face. It's great. I love that movie. I'm assuming that's where it's from. That's where I remember.
Cool. Yeah. So Baja, he's got a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, give him one more chance. I know you hate it, but
yeah.
it's going to be airflow related or something's going on with the valve.
Well, I mean, the delay timer, I'm reading some of his other stuff. It's probably the least of your worries right now.
Mm-hmm.
Bergman say shut that off and let it drain, right? Blower.
Yep. I put a condensate pump in it.
That's what it sounds like. The one that's in the slab?
Yeah.
Yeah, might as well. A lot of times we had to do that because they would back up. They'd be at ground level.
Yeah, yeah. Now, did you run it up through the attic?
Yeah. Me? The ones I did in the past, I did. Yeah, I ran them up there with a vinyl tubing, and I guess they can get kind of saggy in the heat.
Right. Well, that's why I was asking, because normally if I do one in the attic, I'll run copper tubing.
You insulate it?
Yeah. What, on the condensate pump?
Yeah, you run 3/8 copper for the condensate pump to the attic?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't get all kinked or,
No, you're right. It gets hot, it starts to, kink up.
But really, if you don't have to run it outside, and just take it over to a vent pipe and pop a hole in it and put a threaded barb fitting in there.
Yep, that's right. Same one you use downstairs.
Yep.
Thread it right in there.
Yep. Oh, he said he paid for a 10-year labor warranty after all.
No, you definitely want to call him.
Yeah. Yeah, if you pay for a 10-year parts and labor, definitely call him back.
Yeah, like Justin says, like I said before, ask for a different guy. Just get a different guy out there. Maybe, they got Joe Shit, the new guy, and he don't know nothing, so get a different guy.
Yeah, and if they can't figure it out, tell them you want somebody from Trane out there.
Yeah, there you go. That's right. I need a Trane factory representative.
And in the meantime, go buy one of those portable air conditioners for your tenant.
That's a good idea, especially if you have more than one house and you can use it in the future.
Yeah. Or go to like the home warranty company. Tell my customer, go to Sam's Club and buy one, and then take it back after you're done. Say it's not cooling. You can't even register those things. Yeah, so the outdoor unit had a 10-year parts and labor.
I think Mortex coils have a 5-year warranty.
I thought they had 10.
I think I remember the ICP mobile home coil has 10, but I think Mortex and Summit and stuff is 5. But you know what? Now I don't know. I don't remember registering anything because you couldn't.
Oh, really? Well, that's
There's nothing to register, I don't think.
yeah. They're the only coil manufacturers out there. Then all the mobile home coils only have 5-year warranties.
Except for like the ICP one, unless someone else makes one.
Yeah. They hire these cheap contractors who don't know what they're doing.
Hey guys, ICP is the same as Carrier, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's basically all we have on our property, and they blow contactors constantly.
Really?
Yeah,
I haven't had any issues with the contactor. I did have to change a couple of capacitors on ones that were just a couple of years old.
yeah. We've changed capacitors also, but the contactors, for some reason, they're just exposed to the elements almost. It's like
Now, where are you at, Jeff?
I'm in Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, you know what you need to put in there? The White Rogers. What is that damn contactor called?
Sure switch.
Yeah, the Sure Switch.
Yeah, I think we're putting Garrison in.
Garrison. Yeah, I would look into the Sure Switch because
We
I've
will.
never lost a contactor on ICP yet. Capacitors, yeah.
yeah. I was doing the maintenance the other day, and that motor it was sounding pretty funny. Checked the capacitor, and sure enough.
We well, we replaced about sorry. About crap. 70 units. We have 395 units on the property. We've replaced about, like I said, 70 or 80 of the units, and they all are ICP or Carrier brand, and they all carry those X13 ECM motors,
Oh yeah.
and we are changing them out daily almost.
Now, how long ago have they been installed?
Some of them have only been in for 2 weeks, and I think it's a restriction in the ductwork. I'm
Wow.
not sure. I don't think the ductwork is made for those types of ECM motors.
No.
So it kind of sucks on our part. It's what we got,
that does suck.
Because I don't know if I even stated this before, but I'm not an HVAC technician. I'm a maintenance guy. But when you're sending pallets of ECM modules out the door, it kind of sucks when they're
Right.
$350 a pop, and you're doing all this warranty stuff, and when they come for a warranty call, they have to change the whole motor. It's not the motor, it's the ECM module that's gone bad.
Well, yeah, but that's what it all comes as one thing. We used to buy the variable speed inbuilt, but now everybody just sells it all as one piece.
Yeah. Those are the broad ocean motors right there.
Yeah.
X13.
Yeah, I just want to, kick them around the parking lot a little bit and have fun with them.
Yeah,
That's
they suck.
about as good as they're good for.
Now, how old
Yeah,
is that
they're
place?
horrible.
The place that I work at is about built in. Well, elevators were put in 1986, so I expect that they built the place around the elevator shaft. I don't know, but somewhere around that time era.
Right.
That would put me still in my dad's balls, so to speak.
Well, maybe the ductwork's undersized or something.
Yeah.
It probably is.
The motors suck anyway. Even when they're in a good area, they still suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the first time you get a clogged filter, I mean, you're done with the ECM. Almost. In most cases, maybe.
Broad ocean's pretty bad. Those particular motors are pretty bad. Alex, there's threaded connections on especially on mobile homes. I know that's not the same person, but that's where I've seen them.
Do you have surge protectors in the breaker box?
I don't have any in my breaker box.
At the condensers only. It's been a long time since I've seen a new unit with a threaded connection on it.
Only the ICP coils, not the Mortex, but they're trailer coils.
Right.
They do have connectors like that on them.
Do they?
You almost want to cut them off, but I've used them in the past. I mean, no problem.
Yeah, I'd be cutting them off.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I would.
He's saying at the condenser. Man, I've never seen threaded connections at the condenser, not on any modern piece of equipment.
Been a guy who only dealt Goodman as I wanted a reputable company to back. Well,
I can't argue with him, man. He's got a point.
well, yeah, but anybody could honor the warranty unless you did, you bought the 10-year parts warranty.
Yeah, I mean, if you bought a Goodman, any Good Care or Good to Sure or whatever they're called dealer could go out there and service it.
Yeah, the Shore warranty.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, anybody could do it. So all you'd have to do is just call and find out who in your area is a Good Care or a Shore dealer warranty. All right, Derek, that Subco thing was not because I talked to the Subco rep about that, and he said there was not a recall on it. What was happening, they had 1 or 2 fires, and the problem was it wasn't the surge protector, it was actually that they didn't install it correctly.
What?
Yeah, talking about because I asked him about it, and he said, no, believe me, if there was a recall on those surge protectors, it would be posted all over the store. You know, line said the condenser cut the new conduction for brazen. Oh, Justin, man, he's all on it.
He's the moderator of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Alex depends
I've
on
seen
the
first had 3 fires.
Oh, Derek says Subco's wrong.
Now where was that at, Derek? Inverter units get zapped by lightning. And power surge and AC line. Plus, he wanted $7K to install an air handler outside unit and no 10 kW heat in my attic. I also wanted to eliminate baseboard heat in the house I just bought. So yeah, I filed under insurance and got Trane unit. Oh, that was the older model. Oh, Orlando. Yeah.
I never used one.
The rep actually gave me, I have it in my truck, a new surge protector.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
Sweet Mary.
Thinking about putting it on my ICP out there.
You should.
Might as well.
Yeah, you got an inverter.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta protect that delicate electronics.
Look how the trailer on fire, blew the main. Wow. Those older models. Because I put a couple of the Subco surge protectors in and never had a problem with them. But,
Well, just had a flashback. They said it tripped the main breaker. I was thinking about going back to my house after there was a fire and seeing which breakers were tripped because it showed where the fire started. You
Really?
could see the ones in the bathroom were tripped, the
Right.
GFI, and 2 more in the bedroom were tripped. And then they cut the power to the house after that. So you could see exactly where it started based on where the breakers were tripped.
Wow. Hey, he said he got pictures. Hey, send it to me. I'll
Yeah,
show
cool.
that rep. What's going on, Wink? Wink's in here.
Yeah, he was here earlier.
Was he?
I think. Yeah, I think he was here earlier.
Let's see. Yeah, send it to me. I want to see some pictures.
Well, all right, man. I'm done. I'm gonna go on to bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna post my email address.
Post your email address. Good night, everybody. I'll see you later.
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 All right. And then there was one. Oh, 2. We'll call it company who installed it tomorrow and see. Previous year, I caught on fire in the attic. I followed the refrigeration laws. Wow. Oh, that's supposed to be an underscore, not a dash. Yeah, that's fine. There you go. I'm gonna type in my email address. Derek. Let's see. Using ground source heat pump better. Yeah, if you can afford it, ground source is better. That's just a regular geothermal.
Hey Ralph, before you go, I gotta say, thanks for your videos, man. I love them, and thanks for the hangout.
Hey, no problem. If sometimes I get bored, I like to have them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah. So I'm gonna cut it off too. It's 12:30 here, so.
All right, man. You have a good night.
Yep, you guys be careful. See y'all later. I'm stopping the broadcast. Y'all can keep talking if you want to in the chat. It'll still be open, I believe. So, but I'm taking off. See ya.